To raise a new reactive, select Reactive from the primary navigation and Raise New from the secondary navigation. Enter the name of the individual raising the task in the Raise By field. This may be yourself or the name of an individual calling in, for example, to a help desk. If the individual is in the system, their name will appear in a drop-down for you to select. If they're not in the system, click the plus icon and enter their details. If you wish this individual to also receive email notifications, make sure you add an email address in as well. And click Save. Their name will now appear in the Raise By field. The Raise By date defaults to the date and time the form was opened, but this can be easily amended. Enter the property in the Property drop-down field. If you only have one property, this will be the only property displayed. If you have more than one, a drop-down will be enabled. Then enter the entity that this task relates to. You can either start typing in the entity name and see what appears. If the one you need is there, simply select it. Or you can use the ... icon, enter a partial name, and click Search. Then you get the full path of each asset in turn. So I'm going to select Boiler 3 in the ground floor plant room. Then you need to enter the service group and the service item for this particular task. Now this service group and service item is a categorization that defines the SLAs to do with this reactive task. So I'm going to select M&E and plant malfunction. Once you're familiar with these service groups and service items, you can simply start to enter some information into the Quick Find field and select the option required. This should make things considerably quicker. You then enter some notes to do with the reactive. And click Save. On clicking Save, several things will happen. First of all, the Raise By individual will receive an email notification to say that this particular task has been raised, unless you have those notifications turned off, but they are on by default. Also, the service group and service item combination will have roles associated to it. For example, I know this one, M&E and plant malfunction, has mechanical engineer added to it as a role. I also know that that role has a notification flag set. So on clicking Save, the mechanical engineer will also receive an email regarding this task. On saving the reactive, you'll be taken to the detail page for this particular task. Let me walk you through this page. Firstly, you have a unique reference number for this reactive, the current status of the reactive, the service group and service item that was entered. You also have a number of fields where the entry is underlined. Clicking this will give you more information. You can see who raised the task, who logged the task, its current priority, the affected entity full location, and the initial notes that were added. If you scroll down the page, you will also see information relating to the SLA for this particular service group and service item combination, such as the expected response time and the due date. As time progresses and work is done on this task, you will also notice the actual duration and actual effort change. You also have a Journal tab. The Journal tab will give you an entry for any activity conducted on this task, such as assigning the task to another individual or work being completed or notes added from the PDA. You also have a Job Sheet tab. Selecting this tab will bring up a PDF of this particular reactive task that you can print out if you wish. You can also use the cog menu to perform a number of other options, such as adding an item to the journal, declining and undeclining, assigning and unassigning, and extending a duration or changing a priority. You can also add attachments from here as well. Please see future videos on how to perform these tasks.